Alright guys, so this is probably the most requested video on the channel. We're going to go over the Duramax build, and I'm going to answer every question you guys have about this thing. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, let me know, do we change the wrap on this thing? If so, what should we go with? I'm kind of leaning towards like an olive drab, military green, or a desert tan. Let me know down below in the comments, or do I just leave it, or do I take it off and put it back to the factory color? I don't know. Okay guys, so this video is going to cover basically every question I get asked about the Duramax. And every day I get messages, comments asking what wheels, what tires, what grill, what bumpers, stuff like that, what's been done, what turbo. This video is going to be a complete overview. I've done these in the past, been over a year since I've done the last one. And as you guys know, a lot of things have changed on this truck and are always changing. So I'm going to give you guys a little updated video going over everything that's been done to this Duramax. Video is still raining out, but a lot of people are telling me they're not getting notified of my videos. Sometimes they're getting notified like 2 weeks later, and you guys want to get notified right when I upload, make sure you click that little notification bell, and that way you stay up to date on my video. Because I've had a lot of people say, I didn't realize you posted like 6 videos, I thought you quit YouTube. So a lot of people aren't even getting notified, so turn on that post notification bell, that way you can stay up to date with all my uploads. So thank you guys so much. So let's get into this. We'll start out with exterior, and then we'll get into performance and interior and all that stuff. We'll start out with the lift kit. Lift kit is a Cognito Motorsports 10 to 12 inch. I have it about as low as you can set it. I decided to get the dual shock setup, the dual Fox shocks. Wheels are TIS forged 24x14s. Tires are 40 1550 R24 Nitto trail grapplers. They've worn really nicely. All right, so that's lift kit. We also have a Cognito traction bar back there, ladder bar, whatever you want to call it. And in the rear we also got Fox shocks with deaver springs. The wrap we have on here, it is made by 3M. It is called Satin Key West. So this is not a paint job, guys. If you guys didn't know, it is a vinyl wrap. So Satin Key West. All right, moving on to the front end, we got the headlights. The headlights are Southern retrofit. Check them out. I'll put a link to them in the description. They're RGBW, so they can go whatever color you want. And of course, they're just smoked housings. You can put whatever bulbs you want in there. They can go full, like really custom if you want. I just kind of got the basic setup. The grill, Royalty Core. It's a pretty expensive grill, but it looks really good. I get a lot of questions about it. You know, where I got it, what kind it is. I've had it for about 5 or 6 years now, and it's held up great. The light bar behind the grill is, I don't know what brand it is, it's just a 30-inch curved bar. Fusion bumper. It's held up great. Also, got the Rigid Industry pods that are in it. They've held up pretty good, other than that one you see right there that's yellowing. It actually started yellowing right away when I got it, like within a couple months of having it. So I don't know what the deal with that is, but I'm sure they'll make it right if I contact them. We got the Boost Auto mirrors, by far my favorite mirrors to put on these trucks. They make them for multiple vehicles, but These ones are switchbacks. They got the turn signals, they got the daytime running lights, and they got the really, really bright reverse lights that go right there. So they got they're all power, everything like that. You see, boost auto. Moving on to my cab lights. Now those are Recon cab lights. They're fairly new. I've had them for about 2 months now, 3 months. They've actually held up great. I've had mixed reviews. I've heard mixed reviews about Recon. I have never had any issues with Recon, so so far so good on that. Go towards the middle here. We got amp research steps. I've had those for about 4 or 5 years now too. And they've been pretty good, other than that one time the wiring fell onto the turbo and melted. That was a pain. All right, moving back here. TSO custom tip there. I had that made, matches the truck color. Looks really good. My rock lights are Infinite Off-Road. I'll link them in the description also. Moving back to the back of the truck, where you have the rear bumper is a road armor bumper. It's super heavy duty. I absolutely love it. It is very hard to install by yourself, but it's worth it. Pods I have in that are Extreme LED. I just found them. They're kind of like the alternative to rigid as far as like those small pods go. I didn't really want to spend the money on the rigids because it didn't really make sense to me. I'd barely use them anyways. Also, you got the Gen Y hitch. That thing, it looks a little crazy, and some people, you know, roast me for having it on there because it's so big. It's not big just so you can like brag and be obnoxious. Like, it actually has a function. Like, it really works great. I have an old video of it showing you how like the torsion in it works. You know, how it takes all that energy out of your truck frame. So it works really good. Taillights are just off eBay. They've held up pretty good. I've enjoyed them. They look pretty sharp, you know, when they're lit up. I have nothing bad to say about those. Diff cover is a Mag Hytec. I'll probably be going with a Banks here shortly. I've heard some kind of bad reviews about the Mag Hytec ones, or any other aftermarket ones that don't have the right shape internally. It's starting to rain now. 2-inch Bora wheel spacers, pretty nice. I've had good luck with them as well. Had them for about 2 years now, and yeah, no complaints. The tonneau cover on this thing is a Truck Cover USA. It's like just the full roll aluminum one. The canister where it rolls into is very small, so I really like that about it. It's very compact, so when you have it rolled back, you still have most of your bed to use, so I really like that. The third brake light is Yukon. I've had it for quite a while now. It's held up pretty good, and yeah, nothing too bad to say about that. That tailgate light bar is by Mick Tuning. Fairly cheap, but it's always worked. It's never given me any problems, so can't really complain there. So moving on to interior, I want to kind of go over everything on the dash here. So we got the Cobalt Autometer gauges on the pillar here. We got the CTS Insight. I think this is the original one. I've had this for a long time. It's held up great. I haven't had any issues with it. People ask me this a lot. How did I get the blue colors in the dash and behind all the buttons? Well, I ordered a kit off eBay. I don't know if it's still on there. It's probably been 5 or 6 years since I've done this. I just resoldered in all these blue LEDs in there. It's held up pretty good. I have one that went out like right here. It's been out for a long time. I don't know what the deal with that is. But other than that, pretty good. It looks sweet. As you can see, held up pretty good. I need to do them on I don't have them on this though. I need to do that. Big 8000 NEX. It's been pretty good. I haven't had any issues. The door speakers, no, it's not Bose. They are Matt's Audio door speakers, and tweeters are also in there. This thing doesn't have a crazy sound system. It's fairly loud. Like, it's got a Pro Box custom box behind the seat. It's got 110 Pro Box sub. It's fairly loud. I'm not into the crazy like competition subs or nothing like that. I just wanted something that sounded really good. So it sounds really good. Got a Rockford Fosgate amp that powers that sub, and I got a 1000 watt Matt's Audio amp that powers my door speakers. And yeah, to me it's more than enough. I'm not trying to win any competitions. I just want something that sounds good. So also right there, sorry for the mess, console vault safe right there, pretty cool. Nice to have. Throw your wallet or whatever, throw some stuff in there. If you have to leave it in the truck, you know, people are gonna have a hard time getting into there. It's all steel. There is the Vava, I think it's Vava, how you pronounce it, dash cam. The lens on it is really, really good. I think I want to say it's 1080p, and it's a Sony lens, so pretty good. I do like having this thing hooked up at all times. You never know when someone's gonna mess with your truck or someone pulls out in front of you. It's good to have that as backup to kind of prove your point if you get in a wreck or whatever. So it is raining super hard now. Of course, it's been raining so much here in Florida, Panama City, that like it's so hard to film for you guys. So which panel I got off Amazon, it was like 200 bucks. I actually really enjoy it. It's done quite a bit for me. I got my bumper lights on there, the big fogs for the Rigid Industries. I got the behind the grill light bar on there. We got the reverse lights that are in the bumper, and these ones are actually rock lights I have. They're just cheap Chinese rock lights, coronavirus rock lights. Sorry. The tint is 2%, so it was like limo plus like 5% on there. It's super dark. The windshield doesn't have any tint, but these other ones are dark, really dark. Moving on, yeah, I didn't want to, it's pouring so bad right now. I didn't really want to make this kind of video, or I did, but because all these questions I'm answering are the most popular questions I get asked on a daily basis. So I figured, you know, with all the new subscribers, I figured I'd fill you guys in and go over my build. Most of my following is because of this truck, so I figured might as well go over it. So now we're going to talk about the performance on this thing. It's nothing too crazy. I got a EFI Live PPEI tuned. Nothing too crazy. Got a DSP5 switch here on the dash. I actually have a few tunes waiting that I had and I haven't loaded on here. This truck's probably making roughly 500 horsepower to the wheels. Nothing too crazy there. Under the hood, still stock injectors. It's not head studded, nothing like that yet. We got a SDP Y-bridge kit on here. We got the passenger side intercooler piping from them. We have a MDDP intake on it. And we have a Ryan's Diesel Service turbo. It's a 68 millimeter street turbo. It sounds incredible. Listen to this. So yeah, you hear how sweet it sounds. It's got a really high-pitched whistle. Ryan's turbos are top-notch. I mean, once you get one from him, you can just tell that they don't skip any steps on building these things. Like, they are top of the line, and the customer service is what really makes it. You know, they're a great family, great people to work with. Him and his dad owns Kodiak Truck, which is, in my opinion, makes the best transfer cases in the world. He's unbelievable, and if you ever had any issues, they're there to walk you through it. They'll make it right. So if you guys are in the market for a turbo or a transfer case, definitely hit up Ryan's Diesel Service or Kodiak Truck. Link is in the description of both of those guys. As far as under the hood goes, yeah, that's what I got. I got LBZ runners from SDP as well. Got PPE up pipes also. My thermostats are from DMAXstore. They're nothing too crazy, just, you know, just thermostats. Under the hood goes, that's what we got done to it. There's nothing crazy, guys. Like I said, it sounds really good though. It's got a full 5-inch magnaflow exhaust to axle dump in the rear. As you guys seen, the TSO tip, the custom tip that's on there, sounds amazing. It's got a built suncoast transmission. I want to say it's a stage 3. I don't know what those numbers are, but it can handle quite a bit of horsepower. So suncoast, pretty close to me here in Panama City. They're like an hour and a half from me in Fort Walton, Florida. So the gear is, I got 4, 5, 6 gears on this thing. All right, guys, so it finally quit raining. Before I end this video, I'm gonna kind of go over a few things of the truck. These might be some questions you guys might have. Don't go into this, if you want to create a YouTube channel, Instagram, whatever. Don't go into this thinking, oh, if I build a following, I can get free stuff. If you go into it with that mindset, you're probably not gonna succeed. I went into it with the mindset that I want to help people that were in the same position as I was. You know, trying to learn all about these trucks, where I should buy this, what's better than that, you know, what should I go with? How do I fix this? So I wanted to create a channel to help people. Now the sponsorships came with that, I guess, as I built my brand and built the trucks and built the following from these vehicles. So I'm gonna go over what has been sponsored on this Duramax and what has been out of pocket real quick. I was gonna do a quick, fast overview and let you guys know. Things. Wheels are sponsored. TIS Forged, absolutely love them. Great people to work with. Southern Retrofits headlights, those are sponsored. Love those things as well. The headlight bulbs in them are aux beam. Those are sponsored also. The Boost Auto mirrors, love their mirrors. Those were sponsored, although I did buy my first set from them and they liked the video I did on them, so they hooked me up with a set. My gearbox in here is Redhead steering gears. They sent me that for free. It's been flawless ever since I put it in like 2-3 years ago. Mick Tuning, the tailgate light bar, that's sponsored. A lot of my LED stuff has been sponsored by either aux beam or Mick Tuning. My rock lights that are on this truck were sponsored by Infinite Off-Road, which they are unbelievably bright, like ridiculously bright. And so go check them out. The cab lights were not fully sponsored, but they were given to me at a pretty good discount from Recon, so thank you Recon for that. Turbo was sponsored. Ryan's Diesel Service turbos are unbelievable. You guys heard how loud this thing is. It sounds incredible. SDP, I work with them, Screaming Diesel Performance. Their Y-Bridge kit, that was sponsored to me. They're one of the best out there anyways. You know, SDP, HSP, those guys are great. The Truck Cover USA tonneau cover was sponsored. That thing's amazing. I love it. Some people think my lift kit was sponsored. It was not. It was not sponsored at all. My grill was out of pocket. My lift kit was out of pocket. The tires were out of pocket. Front and rear bumpers were both out of pocket. The Rigid Industries pods, out of pocket. The rear pods in the bumper, out of pocket. The Fass lift pump, out of pocket. The ladder bars from Cognito, out of pocket. The RBP fuel door, out of pocket. Mag Hytec diff cover, out of pocket. Oh, the Gen Y was sponsored, so thank you Gen Y. I've got a lot of use out of that thing, and it works amazing. I would say a good 80% of this truck has been out of pocket. If we're going by like total cost, everything on the interior of that thing has been out of pocket. The sound system, everything. So yeah, I've paid a lot of money out of my own pocket. It's not like I had this truck built by all these companies and I got this thing done for free. Like a lot of the stuff I've had on this truck before I was even big on social media, you know, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. So, you know, don't go into this thinking, oh, I'm just gonna have everything paid for. I don't have to spend a dime to build this thing. I had to spend a lot of money to even get this truck like recognized, really. So can't just go into it, take a stock truck and be like, hey, will you sponsor me? That's not how it works, because these companies get thousands of messages a day asking for free stuff. So yeah, it's been a long process. I've had this truck for a long time and I absolutely love it. I don't think I'll ever sell it. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I answered most of your questions. If I missed anything and you want to know something, leave a comment down below real quick. If you like Duramaxes, please give this video a like. I appreciate every one of you guys for the support, watching my videos, liking my videos, commenting, all that stuff. I really, really do appreciate it. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys, so for that I thank you. You guys are incredible. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a like. If I missed something, just let me know. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.